Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It's your buddy, the 14th Prime, and man, listen. It finally happened. I said it. I wish I hadn't said it. But Hasbro told us months ago they wanted to just give up on toys, starting, well, not necessarily give up, but after these next couple lines come out, and the Age of the Primes and everything else, they were going to fall back and let other people license their IPs, and we're starting to see it. Now, instead of seeing, new toys pop up every day and new things on TFW 2005 and T-Formers and Cybertron.com, now when you click on these sites, now you see coffee mugs, action figures that don't transform, model kits. I miss the old days where they showed like, hey, we got a sneak peek of whatever. Now, beach balls, Optimus, beach towels. People are making 3D printed toys and 3D printed figures that are better than Hasbro and some other places. Sorry, there was a fly in here. I hate mosquitoes. But yeah, that's what it's come to. My worst fear has finally hit, whereas Transformers are finally just kind of like not necessarily dying off, but third party is going to be a way to go. We made a video the other day about how everybody was concerned that the toys were going to go up 145%. Keep listening to the media. That was y'all's problem 4 years ago. That's not it. And like I said, we pay way more for way stupider things than our own toys. But the point is, now we're getting action figures that don't transform because everybody is allowed to make, Transformer toys now. So we get a look at these new, I don't even want to talk about them because it's, like I said, it's my worst nightmare is to have something like this that is only this. Yeah, it looks like this. Looks like it turns into a motorcycle. Looks like it turns into whatever, which this is a Transformer. But you get what I'm saying. Now we're getting to, like I said, two modes. You get one robot and then later on you go buy the car, but there is no changing in between the two of them. That is my worst fear, my worst nightmare. I don't like it, but I'm glad that I'm at this point in my life and that I got everybody I wanted when they were coming out. Remember the good old days? Siege, Earthrise, Kingdom, a lot of people were also up in arms that Commander class was going to be $99. Like it wasn't $99 already. How much did you pay for Jetfire? How much did you pay for Motormaster? I'll wait. How much did you pay for Rodimus? And then those of you that didn't have like Amazon Prime, like with the free shipping, thank God for my wife that we do. But if you didn't have that, you still were paying $120. So shut up. There's no difference. You know what I mean? There's no difference. You buy a third party toy. These guys are, this was $87 for the whole set of Constructicons. $87. Shipping was free. If you check now, it's $67, still with free shipping. So yeah, until I see y'all actually go and click on something and it if when you go to buy this and at checkout your receipt says that this was $75, until that day comes, calm down, people. Now the good news is GTA trailer came out. No, the good news is that, we still do have a few more toys coming. We still have the rest of the Age of the Primes. I'm glad they're stretching it out. But yeah, this whole action figure, beach towel, coffee mug, it's like I was okay with Transformers and Hot Wheels. I was okay with that. Because this is awesome. That is. There's no robot needed, for this. But the excessive, I saw one where you could pre-order a toy and they had like a $300 folder. Not even a binder, not even a trapper keeper. It's a $300 folder that you get. This is what we're doing now, Chris Cox. This is what we're doing. And a lot of people also were saying that they think that this whole talk of toys going up was just Hasbro. Even if this didn't happen, they were going to raise the prices anyway. They've been raising them for the past couple of years. Didn't care who was in office. The prices were going up regardless. So here, like I said, but anyway, One thing I did see on the internet, and I begged my wife for it, and she told me I was absolutely bananas. It's like the first time she's told me no since we've been together. And I understand. But have y'all seen that someone 3D printed a 5-foot Unicron? Now, as far as non-transforming toys go, you know how I feel. I'm not on that. I don't like it. But a 5-foot Unicron just hanging out in my office, that would be, too much. So, whatever. She said no. But, I mean, hey, there's always a 3D printer. I could just start making my own stuff. But yeah, like, look at blockies, whatever. They're cute. They are cute. I give them that. I've seen some stop motions done with them, and they look really pristine. They're really, really good articulation. I've seen there's a few blockies that do transform, and I've seen Devastator. Yes, it is very cute. It is precious. It really is. But it's not a transformer. Like, there is no folding, tuck the arms in, flip the legs around. No, you just break them apart into many, many pieces and then put it back together as Devastator. That's not a transformer. And for all these years, we had so many people, it's a parts former, it's a shell former, that's parts forming. I like when they condense the backpack. Not anymore. Blockies came out, and people lost their mind. And no offense to you that like them. Like I said, I think they're awesome. I think they're cute. They're just not for me. You know, my son wants them. That's different. You know, whatever. You can have a whole shelf. For me and my collection. I'm just glad that I'm glad that we were able to get the Ark and the Nemesis and Tripticon, Scorponaut, Omega Supreme, Fort Max. Hopefully a new Metroplex at some time. But Metroplex and then the rest of everything else that's in here. Combiners, whatever. I've got a video that's coming later on today on my Demon Knight, aka Defensor, aka 20 inches of greatness. I broke him down, so I had to do some work on him. I like to customize my stuff. Some of them needed chrome wheels, all of them needed Autobot insignias. It's made by a third party, but it's one of the greatest looking toys that I have. And I can't wait to put him back together. I can't wait to put Bruticus back together. And again, that is the fun to me. Not just buying one big action figure that will stand there. Now, granted, like I said, we all do the same. We all buy our toys, we play one for a minute, and then they end up standing somewhere for a while. Each day, I come in here and pick a new one and go out in the living room or whatever, and while we talk or watch TV or she's watching a show, I fiddle with my toy. What fun is fiddling if there's nothing to fiddle? Pause. It's your buddy, the 14th Prime.